Fall breeze and autumn leaves with the new season. Will we see a new leader? With the Marinos slowly chipping away at Kawasaki's lead, a chance to unseat the leaders if all things fall into place. Let's waste no time in finding out how all of that will unfold here on the J1 League Goal Zone. While the leaders made their way to Hokkaido for their fixture, the Marinos were at home to entertain the Antlers. Another battle raged in Osaka, Derby Day in the city, while Kashiwa hosted a relegation fight against Yokohama. Kawasaki travelled to play Consadole with a kink in their armour, 3 matches without a win, which included their first loss of the season. With another title in their sights, they couldn't afford any more slip-ups, and they needed to get down to winning immediately. Starting in Sapporo, here's Shazad.
Here's Wakizaka. Again, lovely ball put through by Yamamura. The shot, oh, it cannons off the post. So much power in it. Well, look at the power of this from Tono. Always going away from the keeper. Really not going to get anywhere near it. Shot away! And Kobayashi! He's barely done anything in this game. On the turn, he's found the bottom corner. 10th goal of the season for the veteran. They have really not featured much inside the penalty area. But that is a quality of this man, Kobayashi. Just a quick turn. And you've got to say Takamine had to be better than that. Allowing his man to turn and shoot. And he's found the corner unerringly. Brilliant. What a goal that is from Kobayashi. Decent ball in. It's a second goal. It's Kobayashi with the assist. And Tono, who should have scored earlier, makes it 2, and this game has been turned on its head in a matter of minutes. And that was on the break as well, remember. Tono with that little pass to Kobayashi with a bit of luck here, but he went for the early cross. And how on earth did he steal in like that, Tono? There's that bit of luck, that clearance from Takamine. Lovely ball in, but he ghosted in, didn't he, Tono behind Takuma Arano. Oh, nice turn there from Kobayashi. Really nice turn. Still alive. Can he do on a turn and score? He shoots over. He was trying to put everything all in one. There was a lot going on for him there. And that would have been a superb goal had he managed to pull it off. Oh, Aoki's done well, really well. Takufu Kaneko! Oh, wrong side of the post. They've combined well today, Aoki and Kaneko. Taking a big deflection along the way for a corner. And there you have it. They are back to winning ways after 3 games to consolidate their position at the top of the table. Final score here at the Sapporo Dome. It's Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 0, Kawasaki Frontale 2.
Kobe's win in the previous round continued their impressive run of form that took them to 3rd in the standings. That momentum looked good to help them against Tokyo, a side recently ending a 4-match winless run. Here's Paul Macefield.
Leandro, Diego Oliveira, and struck back across goal, and the header just wide. Adilton going close there. Sakai had to come a long way to deal with that one. You can see him racing back in to stop Diego Oliveira. The ball fired in from Higashi, And Adilton just couldn't get the touch that he wanted. Tsuse hangs it up, it's deep. Yamaguchi on the volley, deflected and pushed away from Go Hatano. Danger not clear yet, Iniesta. He helps it in the middle. The ball floating and flying around, and in the end it's just hacked away from Morishige for the first corner of the game. Doke again, Iniesta. First time over the top, lovely Sakai! Good save from the keeper. High foot on that occasion from Goke, who was trying to follow in. Well worked and well played. They were trying to draw Tokyo out. There's the run off the ball, and Iniesta flicking it over the top. Clearly onside, you can see from there. Just wouldn't drop on his right foot, would it? Head stretched with the left foot. Just needed another half yard on it. Sampa rolls it in. Out wide from Yamaguchi to Sakai. Can he get his cross in? Left-footed he can. It's a decent ball as well. Long range shot. Yamaguchi goes just wide. Wataru Yamaguchi broke the deadlock 7 days ago with a simple tap in from a yard. This time it would have been a little bit more special. A lovely touch and on the volley, but just wide. Leandro! Yes, what a finish that is! Well, that came out of absolutely nothing. Kobe didn't deal with the situation, and they've been punished. They allowed far too much time and space to Leandro. And that little give and go with the substitute Nagai, absolutely spot on. It's come from a throw-in. They don't organise themselves quickly enough. And Leandro, very little backlift, but it's the little give and go here. Look at this touch from Nagai, it's on a plate. And just a little poke of the foot there from Leandro, and it fires into the top corner. To Sampa, that's going to be the 5 minutes, and you feel that the referee is going to start looking at his watch, and he puts the whistle to his mouth, and literally bang on 5 minutes says that will do. It's finished here. Vissel Kobe 0, FC Tokyo 1.
The Marinos' pursuit of Kawasaki had been relentless, and they were now just 1 point behind. In order to potentially jump ahead, they would first need to pass the most decorated club in J1 history, Kashima Antlers. The visitors may not be in the title hunt this season, but they'd be no easy pickings. Mark Richmond has your commentary.
Trying to put the ball across, and guess who's there yet again? It's Araki coming from deep, but what a delivery that was from Shomadoi. Absolutely brilliant. Well, you talk about promoting from your academy. That's two players right from the Kashima Academy who've done it in the school against Yokohama Marinos, who trailed Kashima Antlers yet again in a J.League fixture. How about that for a cross? It needed to be measured perfectly, and that was inch perfect for Araki, who hardly scores with his head, who hardly scores away from home, but he's got one here at the Nissan Stadium. That's taken superbly. Marcos Jr. Not far away by the Brazilian. It's something that he's so accustomed to doing, especially right here at the Nissan Stadium. Open his body up, and angling one right to the top corner. There we go. The moment he had the ball, he wanted it from Koike, and he teed it up. And that was always a Marcos Jr. specialty on the way. Pituka now to take charge and take control. Slides the ball perfectly through for Ueda. Ueda's gotten the better of one, and Ueda scores yet again. Onside, says the assistant referee, and Kashima Antlers are 2-0 up. Ayase Ueda has scored against Yokohama Marinos for the 5th match in a row. Wow. He'd love to play them every week. And that is his 6th goal against Kashima Antlers, against Yokohama Marinos in his young Kashima Antlers career. Clearly onside. He timed that round perfectly. So too the pass from Pituka, who had made a storming run from midfield. And this time, a much better pass to release the center forward. And the moment he got in here, with his goal-scoring record against the Marinos, you fancied him to beat Takaoka in between the legs. Well, he can do no wrong. Ever since the 10th of August 2019, when he scored his debut J.League goal against this side. Albert has scored 6 in 29 since signing, but none since game against Shimizu as pals. He's found a perfect ball right through Suginuma. What a save that was from Oki. Yuya Oki produces cat-like reflexes to keep it at 2-0. Marcos Jr. trying to do likewise. That's a ball that's played superbly right through. Oh, Sugimoto with a goal at his mercy, crashing against the crossbar. Wouldn't have counted though. And the assistant referee probably spared his blushes by raising the flag. But that is delightful football, and this is Yokohama Marinos football at its very best. Just offside. Mitsunuma played a perfect ball right back for Sugimoto. Nothing Oki could have done with that one. They have discovered that Kashima antlers are still their kryptonite, and Albert still can't apply a finishing touch for a consolation. The kryptonite takes effect yet again in matchday number 27. Those 2 goal scorers there, 2 goals in the space of 15 minutes after 30 minutes. Naoki Soma gets that bounce back factor back again with the Kashima side as they win by 2-0 with goals from Ryotaro Araki and Ayase Ueda.
No wins in their last 5 and on an indifferent run of form lately, Sanfrecce were parked in mid-table. Hosting Oita, who were occupying the bottom of the table, could help them get back into the swing of things. 7 minutes in and an intricate 1-2 between Kazuki Fujimoto and Hokuto Shimoda leads to a challenge that the referee saw as a foul, penalty kick. And very smartly tucked away by Naoki Nomura to give Oita a 1-0 lead. But we were almost all tied up just 3 minutes later. Shunki Higashi dealing with a volley of an awkward height, and the goalkeeper gathers that as it rebounds off the post. But midway through the first half, they did get their equaliser. With a suspicion of offside, Higashi collects the ball and squares it. Ezekiel puts it over the line. VAR did review this one, but the goal stood. 4 minutes into the second half, and Sanfrecce go ahead. From the corner, Hayato Araki gets his head to the ball, off the goalkeeper's hand, onto the crossbar, back onto the keeper, and into the net. From the corner, Oita looking to get back into this one. Hiroto Goya with the near post header, but into the side netting. But some fabulous work in the 76th minute from Junior Santos put Sanfrecce 3-1 up, combining with Ezekiel for a fine goal. Perhaps though, even that wasn't his best goal of the night. 8 minutes from time, he meets this touch from Kazuki Fujimoto, first time, and that's 4-1 to Sanfrecce. The Osaka derby was between 2 sides that hadn't been in good form recently. Gamba winning 1 of their last 5, Cerezo taking 1 in their previous 6. Both sides tied on points coming into this one with nothing to split them. 20 minutes in and Leandro Pereira surprising Thiago Alves, who shows good strength, but his shot saved by Kim Jin-hyun. Cerezo on the break now, and Adam Taggart tries from distance, his shot along the ground and off the far post. 4 minutes later from the dead ball, Thiago Alves! The opening goal came 6 minutes into the second half. Riku Matsuda's strike, and the goalkeeper Higashiguchi will be disappointed with that. Moments later, Cerezo thought they were 2 up. Hiroto Yamada supplies Kato, who was just in an offside position as he began his run. 7 minutes left and Gamba looking for an equaliser. Takashi Usami puts the ball towards the far post, and as it's squared through the 6-yard box, Patrick can't quite get the touch he needs. Cerezo take the points and the bragging rights in the Osaka derby. So while the city of Osaka turns pink, time for us to take a short break. The Battle of the New Boys coming up when we return. Welcome back to the J1 League Goal Zone with the title chase down to a 2-horse race. The battle for third still wide open and tightly contested. Honshu Island contains one of the sides still in the fight. 4 straight wins and 4 clean sheets had seen Grampus close the gap on the top 3, and they remained in Champions League contention. Shimizu were winless in their last 7 and would be very much on their back foot as they headed to Nagoya. Midway through the first half, the very left-footed Naoki Maeda gets his ball across. Ryoha Morishita can't quite get a contact. 5 minutes from half-time, and what a lovely series of single touches from Nagoya. In the end, it's Shimizu's Akira Ibayashi who almost scores an own goal, but for a fine save from their goalkeeper. Still time for Nagoya to mount one last attack in the first half. Yutaka Yoshida lets fly, and Gonda just punches it over the bar. Early into the second half, and it's still Nagoya with the momentum. Yoichiro Kakitani supplies Mateus, who hits that one with pace, but straight at the goalkeeper. Nagoya's ferocious attacking finally paid off. Naoki Maeda picks the ball up on the edge of the box, and a thunderous drive. There was no stopping that one. But for all of their attacking intent, they couldn't secure all 3 points. 16 minutes from time, Thiago Santana puts his boot in the way of a cross and rescues a point. Raysol hadn't been able to put much space between them and the relegation zone, making every match crucial as they fought to stay in the top flight. Yokohama had been in the zone all season long, but an impressive run recently demonstrated their ability for a great escape, and they look to conjure up another one in Kashiwa. Here in the 20th minute, some space on the far side for Cristiano. He gets a good shot off, but Sven Brodersen pushes that one away. Kashiwa pressing again here 9 minutes later. A strike from the edge of the box takes a deflection off Yusuke Segawa, and that's just enough to put the goalkeeper on the wrong foot. 1-0. The equaliser came on 33 minutes. A free kick taken by Tatsuki Seiko finds Kazuma Watanabe. But with 4 minutes left of the first half, Gabriel misses the ball and kicks Segawa. The referee awards a penalty. Cristiano steps up. Late in the second half, Cristiano would make up for that though. He starts the give and go and finishes it. Looking for the equaliser with 7 minutes left now, Felipe Vizzo spins but can't quite tuck the ball inside the far post. Still trying to grab a point from this game, 4 minutes into time added on for stoppages. The long free kick finds Gabriel, tipped away by Kim Seung-gyu. And in this relegation scrap, that led to some frustration. Tatsuki Seiko's challenge deserving of a red card, down to 10 men, and Yokohama lose 2-1. Shonan's surprise win over Cerezo had seen them leap out of the bottom 4 ahead of this weekend's fixtures. They would need to continue that form as they were up against Urawa, a side on 3 straight wins and on their way to a potential top 3 finish. Early movement down the left-hand side, and Shonan's Yuki Ohashi cuts inside to his right foot, but that shot bounces wide of the far post. A 32nd minute corner from Shonan went over everybody's head until it reached Ohashi, but the goalkeeper had that one covered. Urawa did have one chance in the first half. Kasper Juncker breaking on the left-hand side. Eventually it falls to Tomoaki Okubo, but his shot well over the bar. Into the second half now. Ataru Isaka hitting that cross first time, but couldn't set his sights properly. So no goals in this one and a share of the spoils. Another side in trouble, Vegalta were now winless in 11 and sinking further into the relegation mire. They hosted Sagan, who'd lost 2 of their last 3 and fallen some way from the top 3. But this should provide the perfect springboard for them to bounce back. Midway through the first half, Vegalta's Naoya Fukumori squares it. 3 yards out to Kumemase. Five minutes before half-time, Yuto Iwasaki crosses from the right-hand side. Jakub Sloik palms that one away. It took a precision assault in the 66th minute from Eduardo to separate these two teams. The goalkeeper rooted to the spot. 11 minutes later, Yoshihiro Nakana looking to make it 2. Sloik, though, got down well at his near post. But in the 90th minute, Vegalta were on the hunt for an equaliser. From distance, Rikia Uehara, Park Il-gyu gets his body behind that one. 3 points for the visitors. A meeting of the two promoted sides, and fortunes have differed for them this season. Avispa have mostly enjoyed a good spell in J1 and sit in the top half of the table. Tokushima had lost their last 3 and will be headed back to J2 football if they didn't turn things around quickly. We move straight ahead to the second half for this one. The ball falls to Takeshi Kanamori on the edge of the box. Spinning and grinning, he opens the scoring. But it looked for all the world as if Vortis would equalise in the 76th minute. Takeru Kishimoto making contact with the cross straight into the goalkeeper's hands. 5 minutes left, and although it looked as if Vortis had cleared the corner, Hiroyuki Mei was waiting to pounce, but Toru Hasegawa managed to get his hand to that one. 3 minutes later, John Mary's tasked with bringing the ball down in a crowded space. He gets a little bit of good fortune with his shot, and that's palmed into the goal for a 2-0 lead. John Mary would strike again in the 96th minute, and this time he made the goalkeeper look a little bit silly, passing the ball through his legs into an empty net for a 3-0 win. Frontale got back on track, taking a 2-0 win in Sapporo. Tokyo back-to-back wins on the road now, and a big 3 points in Kobe this round. Cerezo edged out their city rivals by a goal, while Kashima outplayed the Marinos, handing them their first loss in 14. Nagoya held to a draw by Shimizu, and Yokohama were dealt a loss by Kashiwa, while Sagan took a win on the road against Sendai. Kawasaki steered their ship back on course towards the title then, now with a 4-point gap, thanks to the Marinos dropping points at home. Kashima taking third this round, but with 4 teams tied on points, it's still anyone's game for the last Champions League qualification spot. No other movement at the bottom half of the table. Tokushima falling deeper into trouble after their loss, sharing the same boat with Vegalta, Yokohama and Oita. 4 teams that will have to get used to life in the lower division at the end of this campaign if they don't turn things around. That wraps up another round of top flight action from Japan. Thanks for keeping it here with us on the J1 League Goal Zone. My name's Steve Dawson, and we'll see you next time.
อย่าลืมไลค์และ Subscribe นะครับ
Like, subscribe, push notification.
Like, subscribe, push notification.